Welcome students. Today we will discuss using control blocks. Conditional blocks. We have been forming scripts in which the instructions are stacked one below the other in a sequence. So they are executed in the same sequence when we run the animation. Okay. So here to check such conditions and act according is a very important aspect of programming. The conditional blocks of control category are used in such situations. Okay. These blocks checks the given conditions. So if then block. Okay. This block tests for a specified condition. This block enclosed within the blocks are executed only if the condition is true. The conditions are given using the instructions block from the sensing category. Okay. So let us form a script for a ball sprite using the block. We want the ball to move on the stage, but if it touches any of the edge. Okay. So display the call out saying touched, turn 30-40 degrees to its left, change its size, then bounce back. Okay. So first, to make a ball sprite, do the above mentioned task. Add the ball sprite, click the ball sprite and then the scripts tab, click the events category and drag the block to the script area. Click the motion category of blocks, drag and place the block to the script area and type 40 in the number box. Okay. Then click the control category of blocks, drag the control category block to the script area. Okay, and stack it. Then if then else block. Okay. The if then else block executes the enclosed instructions only if the condition is true. If the condition is false, then the instructions written in this block are skipped. Okay. If we want certain tasks to be done if the condition is false, then we use this if then else block. Okay. So the else part of this block encloses the set of instructions to be executed if the condition is false. Okay. Then the ball doesn't touch the edge of the stage. Okay. If the condition is false. Then let us use the if then else block to edit the script of ball sprite. Okay. And this figure are to what was being done when the condition was true. Okay. Then you see the ball will move, but if it touch the edge, then it will display the call out. Turn towards its left by 30 degree. Changes its size and then bounce back. Hence, the 4 blocks enclosed inside the block, okay, will executed only if the condition this ball touching the edge is true. Okay. If I want certain tasks to be done if the condition is false, then we use the if then else block. The else part of the block encloses the set of instructions to be executed if the condition is false. Okay. And the block captures the clicking of the green flag present on the top right corner of the stage. Okay. Then forever block. Any instructions enclosed within the forever block will keep on executing repeatedly for as long as the project runs until the user presses the stop button. Okay. Then this example, ball example, in the case of the ball sprite, when we click the green flag, the ball moves only once. If we want the ball sprite to keep on moving and bouncing from all the edges till the time the stop button is pressed, the instructions need to be enclosed in the block. Okay, stops when clicked on the items. Then this repeat block, the instructions enclosed inside the block are repeated for a fixed number of times. Okay, if you replace the repeat block, the enclosed instructions will be executed 10 times. We can change the number by clicking inside the number box and then typing a new number. Okay. Then repeat until block. Enclosing instructions within the repeat until block will result in the instructions being executed repeatedly till the time the condition is false. Okay, so for example, we want the animation to stop when the spacebar key is pressed. So the condition here is pressing of the spacebar key. The instructions block to check the pressing of spacebar key is from sensing category. Okay, so till the time the spacebar key is pressed, the condition is false, and so the enclosed instructions are executed repeatedly. Okay, understood? And the blocks enclosed inside repetitive blocks or looping blocks forever repeat until are executed repeatedly. Okay, so enclosing instructions within the repeat until block will result in the instructions being executed repeatedly till the time the condition is false.